ครับจะแนะนำนะครับ2-3 ท่านนะครับที่เป็นคนที่มาให้การดูแลแล้วก็การแนะนำเรานะครับคนแรกเลยนะครับอาจารย์โยชิโนะซังนะครับอาจารย์โยชิโนะนะครับคือผู้สอนนะครับหลักของเรานะครับท่านเนี่ยครับเป็นนายกสมาคมวิ่งเท้าเปล่าแห่งประเทศญี่ปุ่นนะครับแล้วก็ท่านก็เป็นนักวิ่งที่มีชื่อเสียงเป็นคนที่เผยแพร่การวิ่งเท้าเปล่ามามากนะครับผู้ช่วยของท่านนะครับเคซังนะครับก็จะเป็นอีกท่านหนึ่งนะครับที่เป็นเกียรติอย่างมากที่พวกเราได้มีท่านมาในวันนี้นะครับคืออาจารย์สถาวรนะครับหรือครูดินนะครับกับเรียนเชิญครับครูครับเป็นอาจารย์สอนวิ่งนะครับแล้วก็เป็นอดีตนักกรีฑาทีมชาติไทยนะครับ
First, I should talk about the book called Born to Run. So the author of the book is Christopher
McDougall.
Yeah, McDougall. So he's just a regular runner. I think most of you know that in the US, the obesity is getting really a big problem. So lots of people start running. It's just like other people, he start running for fitness, to lose weight, to get fit. In the US, it's already, there's a research about runners that 80% of runners getting injured knee. So what they do is to try to give more cushion. I think which most of people would think the same way. Like when your knee is hurt, you try to give more cushion, and it didn't help. But just like anyone else, I think most of people already have really good cushion, and obviously it's not helping. In the US, what do you think the people try to buy is the order-made insert, not this, but like this, but order-made, which costs about $300. And I was working in that kind of field. I was providing to almost every runner who hurts their knees. So 100% of people who hurt their knees get the order-made insert. But most of them, they try, sometimes it temporarily gets better, but eventually they all come back. Didn't help, so he started getting pain medicines. Right, it gets worse. So everyone knows it gets worse. So he only had two choices, right? Either stop running or get the surgery. He didn't want to quit running, but he didn't want to get surgery, so he started looking for alternatives. And then he met people called Tarahumara, the Mexican tribe who runs ultra marathons, 100K, 160K in the mountains with very minimal support. It's like a sandal. And then he wondered if they don't hurt their knees because running barefoot on asphalt, you tried so many things, cushions, support, pain medicines, it didn't help. But there are people who can run asphalt. So he thought how they can run. And he found out that no one who runs barefoot has any problems, like not just knees or ankle. They have no injuries. So he tried running barefoot, and then all of a sudden the knee pain is gone, which I think happened to him as well. So the story is very much true that the people who run barefoot have no problem with knees and stuff. And now the research came out that people who run barefoot have 50 to 70% less impact on the joints. Okay, so that's the reason why the barefoot running concept is getting really popular in all over the world. And you can see any kind of regular shoes have cushion in the
sole.
Some people wear this type of shoes, try to land on the forefoot or flat foot, but it will be really difficult. How can you land flat on these, right? Yeah, shoes is already like this, inclined. and you cannot land flat. So that's why even in the research, people who think landing flat or forefoot still landing with heels with regular shoes. Plus, you don't know where you're landing when you have thick shoes on. Okay, so that's one thing. She says toes spread up. Even before that, look at the width. This is so much wider. To reduce impact, it's better to be wider. Here, it's all joints and bones.
มีอีกอย่างหนึ่งที่อยู่ในเท้าเลยที่ช่วยรับแรงชื่อจริงๆนะครับเป็นชื่อเอ็นพังผืดชุดหนึ่งที่เรียกว่า plantar fascia นะครับ plantar fascia นะครับคือตัวที่จะช่วยซับแรงกระแทกนะครับ
So plantar fascia starts or originate here inside of the foot, go all over, go underneath of the foot. When you hit the heel, the foot doesn't move. When you hit the forefoot, it moves. So that's why you absorb so much impact landing on the forefoot. And when you put too much stress, you get sprain, ankle sprain. Regular shoes, most of the shoes have arch support. And you cannot use the plantar fascia to absorb because it doesn't move well with this. And then also the heel cannot come down as far as it's supposed to be because it stops halfway. So this will limit your foot's ability to absorb the impact. Plus the reaction time to the ground, uneven surface. The reaction time, you can respond so much faster with barefoot because you have direct contact with the ground. Your response time is so much quicker. So you may sprain still, but the risk is low. We talked about how muscles get stretched as we absorb the shock landing on the forefoot, right? Landing on forefoot, Achilles tendon, soleus, or calf muscles get stretched. But landing on forefoot, you absorb the energy or store the energy and then just use it to go forward. I think someone is running earlier, they're running like this, right?
มันจะต่างกันนะครับวิ่ง2แบบนี้นะครับ 95% วิ่งแบบที่มีแรงกระแทกอย่างตะกี้
So you know it's not just less shock, but you can also run more efficient because you can use the gravity to go forward. Most of what happens is because people landing like this before, now people land like this, so they start injuring this bone.
ครับก็เนี่ยครับนี่จะทำให้ความนิยมการวิ่งเท้าเปล่าหายไปในช่วงหลังเนี่ยครับเพราะว่าหลายคนที่มาวิ่งเท้าเปล่าแล้วนะครับไม่รู้วิธีที่วิ่งถูกต้องแล้วก็จะเกิด stress fracture หรือว่าการแตกร้าวของกระดูกนะครับ metatarsal เนี่ยครับ
So otherwise you get stress fracture or the muscles in the foot so much weaker now so that if you do it too much like you can get muscle strain, Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis. It's all mostly because you do it too much too soon. This is something that it's a Chinese medicine field. People say the white sugar, it's one of the things, but white sugar can make the muscles tighter. So even though it's strong, but you can easily clear. I'm not saying don't take any sugar, you can eat some, but don't do it too much. And it's my personal experience, like after I change my nutrition, I never get muscle strain anymore. But once I start eating like cakes and stuff, then I can feel the muscles getting tighter. So it's not just strengthening because I've been running barefoot for 10 years. If I don't eat well, I can still get muscle strains. So this is something that I think you'll find your own way to get better muscles. So just start looking for the information for the food.